I'm sure you remember during the debate, Trump and Biden bickered about who was better at golf. Now Trump just told Biden, hey, meet me on the fairway. Listen to this.
I'm also officially challenging Cricket Joe to an 18-hole golf match right here. And I will even give Joe Biden 10 strokes aside. 10 strokes, that's a lot. That means 20 strokes in case you don't play golf. If he wins, I will give the charity of his choice, any charity that he wants, $1 million.
Clay, I will absolutely guarantee that Joe Biden will not play and take up the offer.
I went on with Jesse Waters last night, and I said I'd also put up $1 million because I don't think there's any way Joe Biden would take the offer. Crazily, I don't think Joe Biden could finish 18 holes. I also don't think there's any way he could stay within 20 strokes of President Trump. I think President Trump knows it. It's brilliant. The response from the Biden campaign showed why they're losing. It was not funny. It was way too serious. And by the way, remember, Biden was the one who challenged Trump initially at the debate. Trump's just accepting its challenge. Somebody in the media needs to ask Biden directly about it.
Let's change the subject one more time. Actor George Clooney got a new piece in the New York Times, just came out a few minutes ago. Quote, I love Joe Biden, but we need a new nominee. You know, that's a big deal because Biden got $30 million out of Hollywood a couple of weeks ago, and now Clooney is turning his back on him. Is this another crack in the wall surrounding the president?
Certainly. And I also think, Stuart, the big part of that editorial, which I just read a few minutes ago, is that Clooney said Biden is a shell of the man he knew in 2010, not even the same man he knew in 2020, and that the Biden he saw on the debate stage is the same Biden that was at that big Hollywood fundraiser you just referenced. So I think it just, and the other thing Clooney said there is every senator and governor that he talks to privately behind the scenes agrees that Biden has to go. They just won't say it publicly. I think those are the two most crippling aspects of this editorial that the New York Times just published.
Look, Clay, I get the impression that things are snowballing, that people are saying stuff in private, they don't yet say it in public, but there's a snowball coming down the hill where more and more people will come out and say, we've got to have a different candidate. That snowball is building, isn't it?
It is, and I really question who is sort of the monster snowball here. To me, it's Bill Clinton, it's Barack Obama, it's Hillary Clinton. It's somebody who has the eyes of the entire Democrat Party that comes out and says, no, this can't happen anymore. I think the only way, really, I mean, again, Biden's basically said, I'm not giving up this asset, this nomination. I think the only way you can pry it from him, I honestly think, is if Barack Obama and Bill Clinton maybe decide to weigh in jointly, as James Carville and Axelrod have been begging, it seems to me, those former presidents to act. And remember, this is the other big part of this, Stu. The only reason this is a story is because Trump is winning. If Biden were winning, everybody would stay quiet. The real story here is Biden's losing, and they're afraid that's going to continue.
So true. Clay Travis, good stuff. Thanks very much, Clay. We'll see you again real soon.